This is an IELTS sample answer. Keep practicing to build confidence. To try a mock test with these questions, watch our mock test video. The link to the PDF document is in the first comment. Want to improve your IELTS writing skills? Check out our new IELTS writing channel. Let's begin by discussing about running. Do you like running?
Yes, I do. Running helps me relax and clear my mind. I enjoy it, especially in the early morning when everything's quiet and peaceful. It's a simple way to stay active.
Where do you go running?
I usually run in the park near my home. It has a nice jogging track surrounded by trees, so it feels refreshing. Sometimes I run along the riverbank if I want a longer route.
How often do you go running?
I try to go running 3 or 4 times a week. It depends on the weather and how busy I am. But I always make time on weekends, even just for a short run.
Which places do you think are perfect for running?
Parks, beaches, and quiet streets are perfect for running. I think it's best to run where there's fresh air, open space, and fewer vehicles. Nature trails are also great for a more peaceful experience.
Do you think running is a good way to stay healthy?
Definitely. Running helps improve heart health and mental well-being. It's an easy and cheap way to stay fit. Even a short run a few times a week can make a big difference.
Do you prefer running alone or with other people?
I usually prefer running alone because I can go at my own pace and listen to music. But sometimes running with friends is more fun and motivating, especially when I feel a bit lazy.
That's the end of part 1. Now we are going to move to part 2. In this part, you will have 1 minute to prepare and then speak up to 2 minutes. Describe a time that you showed something which was new to a person who was younger than you. You should say when it was, what it was, who you showed it to, how you showed it, why you showed it, and explain how you felt about it.
Last summer, I traveled to Tanzania to experience the local culture and see the wildlife. It was an unforgettable trip, especially because I had the chance to go on a safari and watch animals in their natural habitat. I brought my professional camera with me to capture those moments, as photography is one of my hobbies. One afternoon, while I was staying in a small village, a young boy came up to me and pointed at my camera. He looked really curious and asked me what it was. I explained that it was a special type of camera used for taking high-quality pictures, and I showed him some of the photos I had taken of lions and elephants earlier that day. He seemed fascinated, so I decided to teach him how to use it. I started with some simple instructions: how to hold the camera properly, focus the lens, and press the shutter button. To make things easier, I gave him my smaller camera, which is lighter and more beginner-friendly. He was very excited and even took a few photos of me standing near the huts. I showed it to him because he looked genuinely interested, and I thought it might inspire him to explore photography in the future. It felt good to share something I'm passionate about with someone younger. Watching his face light up when he took his first picture made me feel proud and happy. It was a small but meaningful moment.
That's the end of part 2. Now we are going to move on to part 3. We'll continue discussing the topic of teaching. Do you think younger people are always willing to learn new things from older people?
Not always. Some young people feel older people are out of touch, but others are open-minded and curious. For example, in some cultures, young people learn important life lessons from their grandparents through storytelling and shared experiences. It really depends on the relationship and the way knowledge is shared.
What qualities make someone a good teacher or mentor?
A good teacher is patient, understanding, and passionate. They should explain things clearly and encourage questions. For example, effective mentors often break down complex ideas, use simple examples, and give useful feedback, which helps learners feel more confident and stay motivated to improve.
In your opinion, is it better to learn from books or from people's experiences?
Both are useful, but learning from experience often feels more practical. Books give us theory, while people share what really works. For example, a business owner's advice can be more valuable than reading a textbook when starting your own company. Real stories are powerful.
Why do some people find it difficult to explain things to others clearly?
Some people know a subject well but lack communication skills. They might use complex words or skip steps. For instance, some teacher understood everything perfectly, but often confused the class because he explained things too fast and didn't check if we followed.
How has technology changed the way people teach and learn today?
Technology has made learning more interactive and flexible. Online courses, videos, and educational apps are widely used. For example, I learned graphic design through YouTube tutorials and a mobile app. It's easier now to study at your own pace and from anywhere.
That's the end of the speaking test. Good job.